Hey, it's Adele from Let's Get Inky, and today I've got a bit of a different video. I am giving my friend a little bullet journal birthday present, and so I thought before I give it to her I'd show you what I got, give you a bit of a flip through of these books in case you're looking for Christmas presents for someone or for yourself. I had a bullet journal years ago before Archie, my eldest, was born, and I absolutely loved it. I'm pretty sure I have videos on this channel from maybe 4 years ago about that, and I'm interested in getting back to it, but I don't know if I can keep it up. We'll see. Maybe for the new year it might give me a bit of motivation to do it. So I have bought 2 books, and then so like textbooky type books, and then a notebook for her, as well as a couple of little accessories. So first off, let's have a look at the books. So this was the first one that I got, and I bought both of the books from QBD online. I think it was about $30 or so, between $25 and $30, and it's a nice thick book. I'm actually thinking of getting this for my husband, Inky Beard, Aaron, for Christmas maybe, because he bullet journals every day, and I think he'd really like some of the educational side behind why the systems work. So this is by Ryder Carroll, who is the creator of the bullet journal method. So if you're looking for somewhere to start, I think this is a really good one. And none of these are sponsored. I bought them all full price. No one's making me make this video at all. No one knows who I am, who I bought these from. So this one is very thick, and the thing that I'm a sucker for handwriting, and this kind of, any book that has like a sketchbooky feel or a handwritten page in it, I'm a sucker for, and there's lots of these in amongst the book. So the book goes through, I won't go through the whole thing, but it talks a lot about the why. So there's a lot of text information about the why, and then it goes through, we're still talking about the why, goes through different notebooks you can use and how to start documenting, and the key underlying concepts of what bullet journaling is. So I think this was a fantastic idea for someone who's interested in starting it, because it does have a ton of information, and it gives you examples of like traditional notations of journaling, and then the rapid logging, which bullet journaling is famous for. And then as you go further on, there's more examples, which I think is really, it's really good to see a physical example as well as explaining a bit more about it, especially if you're someone who's a visual learner, to read the information but then also actually see the sample in the flesh. And then it goes through all different things you can do: daily logs, monthly logs, all sorts of information. And then it talks a lot about migration, which I think is something that I personally struggle with. I often forget to migrate my tasks over to the next day, or maybe if it's not plausible for them to get finished in that day, then the next day, to migrate them over to the next week. So I think she'll really like this, because lately she's been listening to a lot of, you know, like self-help type podcasts and things, so I think she'll appreciate the behind the scenes as to why it can help declutter your mind and make you a little bit more productive. And then the other one that I bought was this one, How to Bullet Plan by Rachel Wilkerson Miller, and I would call this the more pretty planning book. So this is more the basics, the foundation, the facts about why to bullet journal, and this gives some really good ideas for different types of layouts. So at the start it goes through, again, what is bullet journaling, why do you do it, and it also has a lot of beautiful photos with examples in it as well. So it goes through different types of keys, and then every spread here is a different type of spread that you can include in your bullet journal. So how to separate your months, how to separate your your years. It goes through so many different ideas. And I think this will be really handy for her because she hasn't bullet journaled before. It can be very overwhelming when you go to things like Pinterest or Instagram and you type in bullet journaling, because there are some incredible elaborate bullet journal spreads out there which look stunning, but they can be a little bit overwhelming if you're just getting into it, or if you're not if you don't feel like you're a creative person. So she doesn't do scrapbooking or art journaling or any of those types of activities. So I think if she was to search for things online, she might get a little bit overwhelmed, which is understandable. So this is good. It kind of gives a bit more, lots and lots of examples of things that you can include, different lists, different, all sorts of things, and how to include them in your bullet journal. So that's more the, I'll call it the pretty version. And then for her actual journal, I hadn't bought from Archer and Olive before, but I have heard incredible things about them. I've been watching the beautiful Amy Tangerine work in hers, and I've heard great things about the paper. So they are pricey. They are definitely a pricey notebook. They're not a $5 cheapie that you can get at the $2 shop, but boy oh boy is the paper nice. So I got mine from an Aussie retailer that I'd never heard of. I'll put their name here. I think it was Paper Kuka, I think. I'll put the name of it here. I have forgotten, but I just looked on the Archer and Olive website, which is American. I think it's American. They had a whole page of stockists listed by country, and so I just looked at the Aussie ones, and there are a couple of Australian ones, but I found that the place that I got it from had the most range, and it was the easiest website to navigate. So I bought her the dot grid, and I'm going to be very delicate here so she doesn't know that I've opened it, and slide this off very carefully. So she is a floral lover like myself, and I think she's going to really love this cover. I did send her through, I sent her a couple of swatches of the different covers because there's so many different covers. There's lots of floral ones, and then they have lots of plain ones that just have a foiled little icon in the center, and I wasn't sure which she would prefer. So I sent her a couple of swatches of things and said, I might be buying something for your birthday. Which one takes your fancy? And she definitely gravitated more towards the florals. It has a pen loop, and it has a string thing, and it's nice and thick, which I think she'll like. She's currently working from home and has an office job where she makes lots and lots of notations, so I think this will be handy for her to have. And oh, I think I'm going to have to buy myself one. If I was to bullet journal, last time I used a Rhodia notebook that I bought from Officeworks, I think. If I was to do it again, I would choose this notebook. I definitely would. I love the colours. Even the lime green, if you're a long time inklet, you'll know my aversion to lime green, but I think it works with this cover. She's lucky that she's visiting today because she may not have gotten this birthday present. I may have had to buy another set for her so that I could start using this one. No, I wouldn't do that. But I did go for the dot grid. They have dots and lines, and I think they have blank as well. But I thought the dot grid would be easier for a beginner as well, to be able to rule straight lines and kind of work out the measurements of everything. So it's just blank. It's got one of the little ribbon bookmark things. Oh, it's got a little charm on the end of it. That's a bit cute. And I think she'll really like it. The paper is, can you hear that thickness? It's a nice thickness, and it's very crisp and white. That was one of the problems I had with the Rhodia notebook. It was more of a creamy page, and it definitely wasn't this thick at all. So I hope she enjoys that. Let me just get the twisty twist thing. There we go. And I think she'll she'll really enjoy it. Ooh, which is exciting. And then I also bought her this, which I haven't seen before. It's called a bullet journal stencil, and this is from the same place that I bought the Archer and Olive journal from. And I thought it was handy because little rulers are always handy. And then it has all the little icons and things that you can just trace, and I thought for her, I think the circles and the squares will be the two that she uses the most, possibly also this large rectangle. And I think this was either $5 or $10. I can't quite remember. Oh, here we go, $5 US, which probably means I paid $10 for it Australian, I'm thinking. So I got that. And then I didn't buy a pen for her. Well, I did, but I didn't buy a pen for her, like a gel pen, because I'm not sure if she likes gel pens or ballpoints. But I am going to give her this, which is the pen that I use in my planner, and it's the Pilot Friction Clicker 05, and this is the erasable pen. Now, the only problem with using this is that if your notebook gets hot, things start to disappear, so you can't really leave it in your car. But I use it every single day in my, so this is my personal planner, and I use it every day to, gosh, that was June. I haven't moved my calendar little divider yet, but I use it all of the time because I swap videos around and change where things go, and so I love it because you can just rub out the top. But I'm not sure if she's going to love it, so I'll give her one just to see what she thinks, because she's also a fellow teacher, and hey, us teachers love stationery, so I'm sure that if she doesn't use it in this project, she'll be able to use it in something else. So that's my little Prezi pack that I've bought for one of my beautiful friends. I hope she likes it. I'll probably edit this after she gets it, because she's arriving in a few hours to visit. So I'll let you know what she thinks at the end. And yeah, I think these are some great products for anyone who wants to start bullet journaling. But I also think that books like these are really handy if you already have started bullet journaling, but maybe you're in a bit of a funk and you need to have a bit of inspiration to move past your, either if you've got a sense of overwhelm by what's available online to look at, or if you just want to kind of shake up how you bullet journal. Because the great thing about bullet journaling is that it's your own, you can make it your own system, whatever works for you. And so the way that my husband and I bullet journal is very different. He is very much like, where is a page? Like this, just text, just dot points. I would say that he is very much your traditional bullet journaling type style, whereas I like the flouncy headings and the different, I like things where you have different coloured highlighters and different bits and bobs, and I think that you've just kind of got to give it a test run and see what you like and see what you don't like. Alright peeps, let me know if you would like more videos like this in the future, if you'd like to see some present ideas for people coming up to Christmas as well, and that's a little series that I could possibly do, or if you would like to see me start a bullet journal and maybe do a little mini series on bullet journaling throughout next year. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It helps my inky channel be discovered by new inklets who like all of the painting and paper and things that we do. Alright guys, I will see you in the next video very soon. Bye!